Welcome back, students, in part 2 of chapter number 7 of social science. The name of the chapter is Gupta Age and Other Rulers. Let's start the chapter. Chandragupta to Vikramaditya. Now, till now, we have learned that Samudragupta was the founder of Gupta dynasty. Now, we are going to study about Chandragupta II, who is also known as Vikramaditya. Samudragupta died. In his place, Chandragupta II came to the throne. After the death of Samudragupta, Chandragupta II was the successor of Samudragupta. He not only successfully preserved the great legacy of his father, which he inherited, but also expanded the empire by conquering some of the regions. Now, Chandragupta II was also the capable emperor like Samudragupta. He preserved his great legacy, which he inherited from his father, and also expand his empire by conquering some more regions. Chandragupta II was the most talented ruler of Gupta dynasty. Now, like Samudragupta, Chandragupta II was also the talented ruler of Gupta dynasty. The boundaries of his empire extended up to Shak kingdom. He extended his boundaries up to Shak kingdom. He attacked Gujarat and ended Shak Kshatrapa dynasty. In memory of this victory, he adopted the title of Shakari. He was also called Vikramaditya. Now he attacked Gujarat and Shak Kshatrapa dynasty. Means Chandragupta II has ended the Shak dynasty because he defeated the ruler of Shak dynasty, and he conquered that dynasty, and for this he gets the title of Shakari. And I already told you that he was also called Vikramaditya. He increased his military power by establishing marital relations with powerful kingdoms to remove Shak Kshatrapas who had been ruling since over 300 years. Now Shak Kshatrapas means Shak dynasty was ruling since 300 years long, but Chandragupta II has defeated and conquered this Shak Kshatrapas, and also he increased his military power by establishing marital relations with powerful kings of Shak dynasty. These marriages proved to be very helpful in increasing his empire and defeating his enemies. Now, these marriages, he established marital relations, so these marriages proved very helpful to increase his empire. New territories won by him were very important. He won very important territories. They obtained the rich kingdoms of Gujarat and Saurashtra, the prosperous ports of Bhrigukach, which is Bharuch, and Stambhtirth, which is Khambat. These are the main ports and prosperous ports of Gujarat and Saurashtra, and he conquered them. As a result, maritime trade of the state increased, and Gupta kings became what happens as a result. Maritime trade means the trade, जो ये पोर्ट्स थे भरूच और खंबात, उस वक्त उनका नाम क्या था? भृगुकच एंड स्तंभतीर्थ, ये उनके पहले के नाम हैं. तो as a result, maritime trade of the state increased, and Gupta kings became owner of intangible property. Means these were the prosperous ports, and because the Chandragupta II conquered these posts, the maritime trade of the state increased. Means Gupta dynasty उस time बहुत ही, as financially we can say, economically and financially Gupta dynasty was prosperous due to these ports. Fayan, a Chinese pilgrim in the time of Chandragupta II, praised administration and prosperity of Gupta empire. Now pilgrim means यात्री, जो फॉरेन से आते हैं ना, तो the one Chinese pilgrim visited to India whose name was Fayan and in the time of Chandragupta II, and he praised administration and prosperity of Gupta empire. Though Chandragupta II was Vaishnav, he had great respect for other religions. Chandragupta II Vaishnav tha, but he respects all the religions. His army chief Amarkardev was Buddhist and his state minister Varsen was a Shiv. He respected all the religions. In his army, the chief of the army was Amarkardev, who was Buddhist, and his state minister was Varsen, who was Shaiv. This shows that he respects all the religions. Many monasteries were there in the capital, Patliputra. Because of cultural achievements achieved during his reign, the Gupta age could become the golden age. Now, due to the cultural achievements of this period during the Gupta age, it was considered as golden age. He was the patron of scholars and poets. Means patron means sanrakshak. So Chandragupta II was the patron of scholars and poets. Means he also take care of scholars and poets. Then the great Sanskrit poet and playwright Kalidas was his royal poet. Dhanvantri was his royal Vaidya. Gems like scientist Varamihir, Vetalbhat, writer of Amarkosh, Amar Singh, etc., used as adorn the court. Used to adorn the court. Now, the great Sanskrit poet Kalidas was the royal poet, and Kalidas also known as the Shakespeare of India. So he was the we can say the कालिदास जो था वो उसके कोर्ट में एक इम्पॉर्टेंट जेम था. धन्वंतरी वॉज हिज रॉयल वैद्य. रॉयल वैद्य मीन्स डॉक्टर. Gems like scientist Varamihir, Vetalbhat, writer of Amarkosh, Amar Singh, etc., used to adorn the court. Means in his court, scientist Varamihir was there. Vetalbhat, writer who writes Amarkosh, Amar Singh, etc., was there, and these gems used to adorn the court. Means उसकी कोर्ट, adorn means सजाना. उसकी कोर्ट में इतने अच्छे और बड़े प्रतिभाशाली लोग थे. During his rule, sculpture and drawing developed. Many of art pavilion of Ajanta caves were made during his time. He built a number of Buddhist monasteries in the capital Patliputra. Mehroli iron pillar near Delhi was made during his reign, which has not rusted for centuries despite being in heat and rain. Now, during his rule, sculpture and drawing was also developed. If you see the Ajanta caves, many art pavilions were made during this Gupta dynasty, and he built number of Buddhist monasteries. बुद्धिस्ट मोनास्ट्रीज मतलब मठ, जो बुद्धिस्ट के मठ होते हैं ना वो. एंड where it was constructed Buddhist monasteries in the capital Patliputra. even if you see Mehroli near Delhi, Mehroli is an iron pillar which is located near Delhi, and after so many centuries, means in 3rd century Gupta dynasty was established, means iron pillar is made in 3rd century, but still now almost 1800 years were gone, means 1819 centuries were gone, but still now the pillar is in original shape and material, means still now this pillar was not damaged nor was not rusted. आयन क्या होता है बेटा, जैसे आयन अगर आप कुछ टाइम रखो ना तो उसमें हीट और रेन की वजह से क्या होता है, जंग लग जाता है, it becomes rusted. But the material used in this iron pillar was like that till now after the 1819 centuries also it has an original material, it is not rusted. So this shows that how much Gupta dynasty is how much prosperous and have good knowledge of things. He made Ujjain his another capital besides Patliputra. Now Patliputra was also capital of Magad, and he made another capital, that was Ujjain. He divided the state into different administrative units for running streamlined administration. Now, as he extended his boundaries, so it is not possible to administer smoothly from one place. So he divided his state into different administrative units so that he govern or rule smoothly. In the year 414, the great emperor Chandragupta Vikramaditya died. Now, in year 414, Vikramaditya, or we can say Chandragupta II, was died. Next is end of Gupta dynasty. After the death of Chandragupta II, his majestic son Kumargupta I came to throne. Now who came to throne? Kumargupta I, who was the son of Chandragupta. He gets the throne after the death of Chandragupta II. During his time, some famous caves of Nalanda and some caves of Ajanta were erected. Means during the period of Kumargupta I, the University of Nalanda, caves of Nalanda and some caves of Ajanta was built. Nalanda University and Ajanta caves were built in this period. After Kumargupta I, his brave son Skandagupta came to power. Means after the death of Kumargupta, his brave son Skandagupta came to power. The weak rulers of post-Skandagupta time could not withstand the onslaught attacks of the obsessive and powerful Hunas, and Gupta Empire disintegrated in 550 AD. Means after the Chandragupta II, Kumargupta was also the brave as his father, and after the Kumargupta I, his son Skandagupta also a powerful ruler of the Gupta dynasty. But after the Skandagupta, the Gupta dynasty, rulers of Gupta dynasty proves weakened and they could not withstand the constant attacks of obsessive powerful Hunas. Means Hunas was constantly attacked on post Skandagupta rulers and they were not withstand more, and this was the end of Gupta Empire in the 550 AD. Means it was established in 319 AD and ended in 550 AD. Now you can see the pictures at the Nalanda University and caves of Ajanta. This shows the prosperity and the uniqueness of this period. So this is all for today. We will meet soon again in our next session. Till then, bye bye. Take care.